Welcome to the Ministry of Education. I am Joy Adamson, Deputy Chief Education Officer responsible for schools. And I hear that you have a gift for us here at the Ministry of Education.
Well, I am very, very familiar with the Ministry of Education, of course, having worked in it for a while when I was at Urdiston Teachers College and then moved over to UWI, and my connection continued. I was also a very close friend and colleague of Dr. Wendy Griffith Watson, our dear departed friend, and she had worked with me on the team that I headed when we were doing the original dictionary of Caribbean English usage with my husband. And I headed a part-time team of item writers, of which she was one, and research assistants, of which she was also one. So we were entirely familiar with each other, both personally and professionally, because we had originally met when I taught briefly at the St. Michael's School, very early in the time when I came here, yes, for about just under 2 years. So that's how we got started. And so we met and collaborated. I divided up the original dictionary into themes to make it easier for the school children to absorb the vocabulary, related vocabulary. I also put in a section on abbreviations and acronyms that are specific to the Caribbean. I put in as well a sample of our phrases, which are like quite no other, and I put in some proverbs. At the back of the dictionary, I have a section on dictionary skills and how to acquire them, how they can be used in the classroom across the subject areas. Because it's not only English, it's social studies, history, geography, um, agriculture, food, and so on, because my themes are fauna, flora, foods, um, festivals, music, musical instruments, dance, religion, folklore, um, clothing, body parts, architecture.
I really need this dictionary too.
Yeah, well, I hope that you will acquire one for yourself. So it is full of, and then there's a general section that covers a wide range of topics, historical, cultural, etc., etc. So, and it's fully illustrated. So I hope that it will become a real instrument of cultural and educational information for the children of Barbados and the region. And so I plan to, at the behest of the publisher, to publicize it across the ministries. The Minister of Education in Jamaica already has a copy, because as soon as the press, and it's UV Press in Mona, as soon as the press got the advance copies in October, they only got two, so I didn't get my copy then. The publisher took a copy and presented it to the Minister of Education in Jamaica to show her what had been done and how useful it would be for the children. So she said to me, publicize it as widely as you can in Barbados and across the region, because I do have contacts across the region. And so here I am.
Oh, fantastic. Obviously, it's something that can be utilized inside the school.
Yes,
So,
Dr. Siegel and one of my former students and my first graduating, PhD graduate in lexicography, reviewed the work for me. So I thank him very much for it.
so you're based in Barbados?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's at UE.
I'm her
Okay.
successor.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes. He
okay,
took
okay.
over the center
Okay.
after I left. He's the current director of the Richard and Jeannette Allsopp Center for Caribbean Lexicography.
Okay.
But this was in the making long before he came along. As well, the DCEU originally was published in 1996.
Yeah, I have a copy now.
Yeah, this was started in 2014 and finished in 2020, but it was just me, largely me, and Wendy whenever she could. And she had some specific tasks that which were lighter, much, much lighter than mine, because I'm the professional lexicographer, so I know what needs to be done, how the material needs to be presented, etc. So it was just the two of us. We didn't even have research assistants. I get a tiny grant from the Ministry of Culture. I'll be getting it for the last 26 years, because it started when Madam Prime Minister was Minister of Education and Culture, and she got it for us. So I was able to, like a couple of weeks at a time, get somebody to help me with the proofing and so forth. But generally, there was no assistance. And then I got a number of colleagues and friends to help me with the pictures. And then finally, the publishers, the person in charge of the publishing production team, who was leaving the press, got in touch with me and said, you can get even more pictures from this website, because she was very much invested in the work, and she had done 2 books with me before that I had done for the press. So,
Fantastic, fantastic.
Madam Deputy Chief Education Officer, Ms. Joy Adamson, and my colleague, Dr. Siegel, it gives me great pleasure to present to the Ministry of Education this morning. It's an honor to present these 2 copies of the Dictionary of Caribbean English Usage School Edition for the use of the ministry, and hopefully for publicization of the book in Barbados and wherever across the region you can manage. So I'm happy to present these to you.
Thank you. So we see the front of the book.
Yes.
On behalf of the Minister of Education, the Chief Education Officer, and the Permanent Secretary, I want to thank you, Dr. Allsopp, Dr. Siegel, for your contribution to the educational system. For sure, we will publicize it in our schools.
Okay.
For sure, as much as we can, make sure that it's also publicized in the region, because I know that this could be a benefit to the school children and the future citizens of Barbados. So thank you very much.
Thank you too, ma'am, for having us.